Hello, everybody. So I want to do a shorter video on how to actually do the assignments. The Word assignment will be or is posted actually now. I'm a little bit behind because today was super busy, but I'm going to try to catch up. So this, I got a funky hair. This this part will just be about how to access Cengage, how to access the assignment, how to download it, how to then work on it, and then how to upload it. And this will work not only for Word, but it'll work for Excel and PowerPoint and Access. So let's get started. Let me share my screen and let me go to Canvas. So let's do that. Share screen 2. Okay, so I'm in my Canvas homepage, so for this class, and I have enabled the assignments link right here. So if you click on this, you'll see that it says Microsoft Word Reading and Assignments. So I've kind of combined both here. And if you click on the reading, this is Word Module 1, Creating Documents with Word. If you click on that and then click on it again, it should open this section of, or the first module in Word. And 1, 2, 3, here it goes. So this is the section. All of the things that you need to know in order to do the assignment for this section are in this chapter or in this module. So if you watch my lecture video, I'm going to go over this chapter, not page for page, but or not as much depth as they do for some of the things, like how to start a document or saving a document. I'll probably just glance over those. We'll talk about how to select text. There's some things that I talk about a little bit more than the book does, and the reason is because there are some things that I think that will actually save you time. So what I try to focus on is I try to focus on getting you to use the program, because I assume that you all know basically how to use Word and that you can write a document using Word. But what separates a smart user from just the average user that most of us are is that we know some secrets that will save us time. And that time over your career in college and maybe using Word throughout your life will add up to a big chunk. You know, just before you die, you'll have a couple extra weeks because you didn't waste that time, you know, trying to figure out how to make stuff bold every time or how to format things over and over again the same way. The hard way instead of the easy way. So that's what I'm going to focus on, hopefully, in my lectures. But this part is all about getting the files and working with them. So the first thing that you need to know is that you need to have Word. And so hopefully, what's going on? Oh, I'm trying to close this. Hopefully, and go back to my homepage. Hopefully, you all have a copy of Word. So when you're ready to start doing the assignments, and I highly recommend that you start early. So this week, start working on it. There are 3 parts, there are 3 modules to Word, and there are 3 things that you have to do. So I'll go to the assignments here, and I will click on Word Module 1, SAM Project A. So that's what we're going to work on. So I'm going to click on this. And by the way, to do the other assignments, it's the same way. Make sure that you use Canvas to access the assignments. So go through the Canvas shell, just like I did. Click on the assignments graphic and, you know, click the assignment there. So I'm going to load this Word module 1, and it's going to look a little bit different. So here's how this is going to work. It's going to tell me right now what the assignment is, complete the project assignment, read each step completely before attempting it. Some steps include multiple instructions. That's a good hint. The other thing is that there's a maximum number of submissions allowed. So you can submit this 5 times. Now, what'll happen is when you submit it, when you submit it, you will get a report, and that report will tell you what your score is out of 100, and it will tell you if you missed some, what the mistakes were exactly. And then you can go in and you can reopen the file in Word, and you can fix those mistakes, and then you can submit it again. Up to 5 times until you've fixed everything. So there's no reason for you not to get 100%. If you're happy with 96% or 98%, that's up to you. But you should be able to, in 5 tries, get 100% on everything. Now, if for some reason you've done a particular, you've done something and you think you've done it right, and you did it multiple times and you tried to do it different ways, and it's still marking you wrong for that, let me know, because I do have the ultimate power of override. But I will need to Zoom you, because I will need to have a Zoom meeting so that I can see your assignment file. And to make sure that you've done it correctly. But let me get to here. So I'm going to click on the Start button. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to say that there's an instruction file, there's a start file, and there's a support file. So I need all 3. So I'm going to click on the instruction file first off, and I'm going to open it with Word. And if I were you, I would print it out. Now my printer's in the bedroom and my wife is asleep, so I'm not going to print it out. Okay, but I would, oh, and by the way, click on Enable Editing here. And basically, you will see that these are the instructions that you need to follow. And at the end, the last page here, is going to show you what your completed document should look like. Now, this is okay to kind of compare your end product to what you have, to compare what you have to this. But don't try to go from this and make your starting document look like it. Follow the instructions, which is why I say print out the instructions. And the reason I say that is because it's much easier if you have the instructions printed out on a piece of paper, and I'll pretend these are them. And you can be working in Word here on your project, on your screen, and you can be following along, and you can take a pen or a pencil and you can say, hey, I'm done with step 1A, done. Now I can make sure that I've done B, and after I've done B, I can cross it off the list. 2, I did 2, so I'll cross it off the list. That way, if you want to stop at some point, all you need are your instructions, and you'll know where you stopped off. Hey, the last thing I did was step 3C. So I need to start with step 4 to work on the project some more. So that's how I recommend doing it. I recommend you print this out. Now, like I said, my wife's asleep right now. She's not feeling very good. So I'm not going to print this out. But you can see here, it says getting started. So what are you supposed to do? Open this file. So right here, right, it says open this file, available for download from the SAM website, and I'll do that in a minute. And then it says save the file as, so I'm supposed to rename the file. So I'm supposed to change the 1 basically to a 2. Now, it's very important that you do your own work. Well, actually, it's not important you do your own work. It is actually, but if somebody else wants to do it for you, then you know, more power to you. But here's what has to happen. Each one of you has their own file download. So you're going to download a file, you're going to change the name, and then you're going to upload that file. Now, the thought always is, well, you know, Bob over here, who's in my class, sends me his Word document file for the first one, and I'll do the second one, and I'll send him my file, or her. Well, Bob would be a him, right? And we'll trade, so that way we don't all have to do all of the work. Unfortunately, you can't do that. You have to upload the same file that you download. And by the way, also getting together physically and somebody copying and pasting, or you, well, I guess somebody sends you their file and then you open the file in Word and you copy everything that's on that file and you paste it into your file. That doesn't work either. SAM will automatically reject those files. So you have to work on your own file, and you can't copy and paste stuff in from other files. So to complete the SAM assignment, you will also need to download and save the following data files. Boom. It always says to make sure that your first and last name is displayed in the footer. Otherwise, you have a problem. And if you do have a problem, you just need to delete that and download it again. You can always download the file again. And then it has project steps. Now, it sounds so simple, but it's very, very important that you actually read the instructions. Okay? So they're very picky. Okay? And you have to be very careful when you're doing this. The devil is in the details here. And so I'm gonna move these instructions over to my other screen, and I'm gonna download the files that I need. Well, I'm gonna download this. Well, I'm gonna download both of them. So I'll go ahead and download this. And I'm gonna go ahead and open it with Word. Oops, it's popping. Oh, here it is. So here's my starting document. And I'm going to click this Enable Sharing button. Oh, it moved over here for some reason. Oh, you know what? I do need to get, well, yeah, I need my support file. So I'm going to get my support file too. And I'm going to save that file just to my desktop really quick. Well, it downloaded it here in Downloads. So I'm going to just put it on my desktop. Oop. Yeah, I need that, and I need to come here, and I need to click on that, and then I'm going to put that on my desktop. And the reason I'm putting it on my desktop is so that I can find it again. If you're working off a flash drive, or you're going to create a folder for, you know, CIS-1, you go ahead and save it there. But I'm going to just use it and then delete it. So once I've used it, it's going to go away. So now I just need my, what do I need? I need my Word document back. There we are. Oh, and I should get my, okay. So I need that, and I need, so now I'm good. So now I'll go ahead and click Continue. And what you'll notice is that the step 2 of 2 is it says, after you complete and save the project, confirm that the file names match the expected names, and click Upload, select your completed project file, or drag and drop onto here, and drag it for grading. And see, for me, it expects this file name, peterwatson_2.docx. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. And I'm just going to go back to my home page because I don't need this open. And I'm going to work on my Word assignment here. I'm just going to do a couple of steps just to illustrate. So what's the first step? The first step is it says I need to rename this. So I'm going to rename it by changing File, Save As. And where am I going to save it as? I'm going to save it on my desktop. So I will save it to my desktop. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to change the number 1 to the number 2. And that's what I'm supposed to do, and then I save it. And I do that before I make any changes. So I click Save. Okay. So now I'm good. And then it says, what does it say to do? It says to look in the footer. So I'm going to look at the bottom of the page. This file created specifically for Peter Watson. And I'm going to make sure that the second page here also has that in the footer, and it does, so I'm golden. This file will work. If it said anything else, then I'd be kind of screwed, and I'd have to start from a different, I'd have to re-download the file. So the first step, it says, is I'm going to begin by making the following changes to the document theme and the theme colors to match other documents from the financial aid department. So I need to change the theme. So I'm going to change the document theme to Office. So where is the theme? Well, let's see where the theme is. The theme is here. It's in the Designs ribbon. And I'm going to change it to the Office. Template. And I'm going to change the colors to, oh, wait a second. Change the document theme colors to red. So there are my themes. I clicked Office. Right, that's the one it wanted. Yes. And then I want to go to the colors and change it to red, which is there. Okay, so I clicked on this colors button and I changed the theme color to red. Then it says change the margins to narrow to fit more content on the page. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I got to go to Layout and I click on my margins and I'm going to change them to narrow. And as I'm doing this, I would be checking off each one of these. And then I'm going to do the third step here. There are three steps, A, B, C in the third step. And then I'm going to finish because I'm going to upload this and I'll show you what you get back when you get some stuff graded. So I'm going to, it says, make the picture of the students more eye-catching and suitable for the layout as follows. Resize the picture to a height of 2.5. So first I need to select the picture. And then what I get is I get a Picture Tools format, and I'm going to change the size here. I'm not going to crop it. I'm going to change the size. And what did it say? A height of 2.5. So that's the height, and I'm just going to click down here till it goes to 2.5. Okay. Now it says that I should apply the center shadow rectangle picture style. So I'm going to go to my picture styles, which is right here, and I'm supposed to pick the center shadow rectangle. Oh, I guessed correctly. And by the way, whenever you're doing this, make sure that you pause on whatever it is that you're selecting, because it will show you what the name is, and you have to be careful which one you pick, because it's very picky. If you pick something different, it'll mark this wrong. And then I'm supposed to apply the Glow 5-point brown accent color 6 glow picture effect. So I'm going to go to picture effects. I'm going to go to glow, and I'm supposed to pick which one? Glow 5-point brown. Glow 8-point orange. So here's brown. These are brown. And I'm supposed to do 5-point brown accent color 6. 5-point brown accent color 4, 5-point brown accent color 5, 5-point brown accent color 6. I got it. So I click on that. And then I'm going to click off of the image so that I can see what I've done so far. And you can kind of see that I have there's some kind of glowy effect around here. Now, let's say that I'm done. Now I would keep going. I could keep going and I could just keep working on this. and finish it all up, right? But let's say that I just want to save this right now. So I save it. I just click save. And, oh, I thought I put it on my desktop. Did I not put it on the desktop? Oh, I saved the other thing on my desktop. So I'm going to save that on my desktop. It's read only. Why is this read only? Ooh, I screwed this up. Why? Why is this read only? Okay, so I'm going to hit cancel here really quick, and then I'm going to close this. Doesn't like it. Cancel, close, don't save. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download it again and see how it is I screwed this up. So let me click here. And let me click here. And let me download this file again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it to my desktop this time instead of just opening it in Word. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start and click back here. And here's my start file. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then I'm going to save it to my desktop. So I'm going to move it onto my desktop. I'll put it right there. And then I'll go ahead and close this and bring my browser back up. I was trying to do a shortcut, but as you can see, that didn't work really well. So let me go back and close this, and then I'll go back to home. And now I'm going to open my Word file in Word. There it is. I'm going to click Enable Editing. Oops, it moved. It moved over to my other screen. Sorry. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a Save As. And I'm going to Save As to my desktop. And I'm going to change the 1 to a 2 and click Save. Replace the existing file. And then I'm going to go ahead and do what it is that I was supposed to do very quickly again. Hopefully, it will let me. So hopefully it'll let me save it this time. So what I need to do is I need to select this picture, go here, change that to 2.5. I'm pretty sure the height needed to be 2.5. Let me double check. Yes. And then I needed to add some stuff. So we did a picture effect. And I did no, I didn't do a picture effect. I did a picture style, and it was this one, center shadow rectangle. Yes, it was. And then we did a picture effect, which was the glow, and it was that one. And the other thing that I did was I changed the margins. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Change the margins here to not normal. I wanted to change my margins to narrow. And the other thing, oh, we needed to change the themes to office and then change the color from that theme to red. And now, hopefully, I can save this. So let's click the Save button, and it saved it. So now I can close Word. And I'm just showing you, okay, so maybe you're not done, and you're done for today. Right, and you want to get back to it. So all you got to do is go back to the file. Oops, where I saved it. Where is it? It is here. So this is, see, this is the one that has the number 2 in it. So this is the one that I'm editing. So I'm going to double click on this and open it again. And you can see that it's got the edits that I made in it already. And then, well, let me screw something up. So it says here in step 4, draw attention to the flyer's headline paragraph, financial aid workshops. So that's this right here. So it wants me to draw attention to that. And it wants me to draw attention to it by changing the spacing before the paragraph to 12 point, and changing the case to uppercase, and changing the font size to 28 point. So let's say that I screw this up and I change the font size to 26 point instead of 28. And I don't do the other things. And now I click save. I think I did them, but since I wasn't checking my things off, I don't remember. And now what I want to do is I want to upload this file. So I can go ahead and close Word, and now I can go back into our page. So I'll go back to our Canvas page. I'll click on assignments, and this is the first Word assignment. So I'm going to click on that again and open it. And it's going to load the content. And this time when I get here, it's not going to show me the download files. What it's going to show me is that step 2. Well, no, it's not. I'm going to click start, and then it's going to show me step 2 of 2. So this is the place where I can upload my file. Now, if you needed to re-download the file, all you got to do is click back, and it'll take you back to step 1, and you can download the files if you need the instructions or you need the picture, whatever. But I'm going to go back to step 2. And so what I want to do is I'm going to minimize this, and it says click here to drag and drop, and I'm going to pick the second one, and I'm going to drag and drop it onto there. And my Zoom meeting controls are getting in the way. It says that it's checked it, and it says, hey, it's good. So it's ready to submit. So I'm going to go ahead and submit it. It did a virus scan, file format, file size, file name. Boom. It says your score may take a few moments to display. And it says submission attempts 1 of 5. What's this info do? Nothing interesting. So I'm going to click on View Reports. And I'm going to open the report with Word, and I'll show you. Here it is. And so this is the instructions modified with what it is that I screwed up. And so you can see here, step 1, I got a 6 points out of 6 points. I did everything. See it? Green check, green check. Step 2, I changed it, 6 points out of 6 points. Step 3, resize a picture, apply a picture style, apply a picture effect, 6 out of 6. Here, in step 4, remember I changed the 28 point to 26 point instead. So I got 0 out of 6. 0 out of 7. And there's other stuff, obviously I didn't do all of it, so, and I submitted it. And it shows me, if you scroll down far enough, it will show you. Step 10, the text jobs are usually available on campus should be deleted from the document. See, it even shows you visually what it is. Here's step 15. Step 4, the heading, paragraph, financial should be formatted using 12-point paragraph spacing before, 6-point paragraph spacing after, etc. So you can actually go through it visually if you don't like this style. Okay? And so basically what you would do, and what I would do, is you're not going to have this many mistakes. I hope you're not going to have this many mistakes. So, you know, you bring up your Word document and you fix it. And then you save the file and you upload it again. And then you view the report. And you will only get credit for one, and you only get credit for the highest one, the highest score that you get out of the 5. So if for some reason you get a 90% or a 95% on submission 4, and then you edit it and you get a 90 or an 80% on submission number 5 because you screwed up a whole bunch of stuff or somebody else snuck in while it was open and whatever, you get the highest out of the 5 submissions. Okay, so you can't ever go down. So if you get a 95 on submission 2 and the rest of them are less, which is odd, but you'll still get a 95. You know, you'll get the highest submission. Okay, so If you have any questions on how this works, let me know. You know where to find me at least 2 days a week, office hours, which we will have tomorrow, by the way, at 5:30. So, well, I should say Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday, yeah. Or at 5. I forget when that is. Don't quote me. So anyway, there you go. That's how we work on submitting our projects. Now, there's not only SAM Project A for Module 1, there are multiple, oops, let me get back into my homepage. For Word, you must complete SAM Project A for Module 1, for Module 2, and for Module 3. So there are 3 downloads, 3 sets of instructions, 3 things that you need to do. They are due September 25th at midnight. You have from now until then to work on them, which is plenty of time. But please, please start early and work on it in small increments. Don't try to, they get a little bit more complex. Module 1 is easier than Module 2, and Module 2 is usually easier than Module 3. For some of them, for Excel, we have to do 4 modules worth of work. For Access, I think we're also doing 4 modules worth of work. For PowerPoint, I think, again, it's only 3. So, but these will, like I said, will be due on the 25th. Feel free to ask me questions about any of these. If you have issues doing something, let me know. I am going to post lectures for this. So I'm going to go over exactly what it is that you need to do. I'm going to go over all of the things that you need to do in order to complete all of the assignments. And I'm going to do the lectures 1 module at a time, I think. So I should have 3 videos for this. But this is how it works, whether it's Excel or Word or PowerPoint or Access. You download the file, you do what it says to do to it in the program, you save it, you upload it, you get the scores back, you fix whatever you didn't do right, you upload it, you get new scores. And it's as simple as that. So, having said that, I think I'm done. So I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to stop recording. So we'll see you later.